What is he doing out there? God almighty, Mom, how long has he been doing this?
Don't. He'll hear you.
What the hell is the matter with him?
He'll be better by morning.
Shouldn't we do something?
You should have done a lot of things, my dear, but there's nothing to do. So go to sleep.
Never heard him so loud, Mom.
Come around more often. You'll hear him.
Why didn't you ever write me about this, Mom?
How was I to write to you? For the past 3 months, you've had no address.
I was on the move. But you know I thought of you all the time. You know that, don't you, pal?
I know, dear, I know. It's just, he likes to have a letter every once in a while. To know that there's some possibility of better things.
He isn't like this all the time, is he?
It's when you come home is usually the worst.
When I come home?
When you write coming home, he's all smiles and he talks of the future and it's just wonderful. But the closer you seem to come, the shakier he seems to get. By the time you're finally here, he's arguing and angry at you. I think it's just because he can't seem to open up to you. You two seem so hateful to each other. Why is that?
I'm not hateful, Mom.
Yet you no sooner come through that door than you're fighting.
I don't know why. I mean to change. I'm trying, you understand?
Are you here to stay?
I don't know. I want to look around, see what's doing.
Biff, a man can't look around all his life, can he?
I just can't take hold, Mom. I can't take hold of some kind of a life.
Biff, a man is not to come and go in the springtime.
Your hair. Your hair got so gray.
It's been gray since you were in high school. I just stopped dyeing it, that's all.
Dye it again, will ya? I don't want my pal looking old.
You were such a boy. We've got to get it through your head that you have to understand. Someday you'll come here and strangers will be here.
What are you talking about? You're not even 60, Mom.
And what about your father?
I met him too.
He admires Pop.
Biff, if you haven't got feelings for him, then you can't have feelings for me.
Sure I can, Mom.
No. I won't have anyone coming in and making him feel unwanted and low and blue. He's the dearest man in the world to me. You've got to understand. You've got to either decide that he's your father and you give him that respect, or you're not to come here anymore. He's not the easiest man to get along with. Believe me, I know.
What the hell is the matter with him?
Don't go near him.
Stop making excuses for him. He always wiped the floor with you. Never had an ounce of respect for you.
He always had.
What the hell do you know about it?
Just don't call him crazy.
He's got no character. Charlie would never do this, not in his own home.
Charlie
stealing that bonnet from his mind.
Charlie never had to cope with what he's got.
People are worse off than Willie Loman. Believe me, I've seen them.
Then make Charlie your father, Beth. You can't do that, can you? Now, I don't say that Willie Loman was ever a great man. He never made a lot of money. He never had his name in the paper. He's not the finest character who ever lived, but he is a human being. And a terrible thing is happening to him. So attention must be paid. He shouldn't be allowed to fall into the grave like some old dog. Attention. Attention must be finally paid to such a man. You called him crazy.
I didn't mean...
No. A lot of people think that he's lost his balance. But it doesn't take a very smart man to realize what his trouble is. He's exhausted.
Sure.
A small man can be just as exhausted as a great one. He works for a company, 36 years this March, has opened up unheard of territories to their trademark, and in his old age, they take his salary away.
I didn't know that, Mom.
No, of course. Now that you get your spending money someplace else, you don't trouble your mind with him.
I gave you money last
Christmas, $50. To fix the hot water, it was $97.50. For 5 weeks, he's been on straight commission. Like a beginner, an unknown.
Those ungrateful bastards!
Are they any worse than his sons? When he brought them business, when he was younger, they were glad to see him. His old friends, the buyers who he loved so dearly, who always had some order to hand him in a pinch, they're all gone now. Dead, retired. He used to be able to make 6 or 7 calls a day to Boston. Now, he takes his valise out of his car and he puts them back in and he takes them out again. He's exhausted. Instead of walking, he talks now. He drives 700 miles, and when he gets there, no one knows him. No one welcomes him. And what is a man to think, driving 700 miles home, having not earned a cent? What does he think when he has to go to Charlie to borrow $50 a week and pretend to me that it's his pay? How long can that go on? How long? You see what I'm sitting here waiting for? And you tell me he has no character. A man who has not worked a day before his own benefit. When does he get his medal for that? Is this his reward? To turn around at the age of 63 and find his sons, who he loved, more than his life. One, a philandering bum.
Mom!
That's all you are, my baby. And you. What happened to the love you had for him? You used to be such pals. You used to talk on the phone with him every night. How lonely he was till he could come home to you.
All right, Mom! I'll live here in my room and I'll get a job. I'll just keep away from him, that's all.
You can't stay here and fight all the time.
He kicked me out of this house, remember that?
Why did he do that? I never knew.
Because I know he's a fake, and he hates anyone around who
A
knows.
fake? In what way? What do you mean?
Don't just lay it at my feet. It's between me and him. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll chip in from now on. He can have half my paycheck. He'll be all right. I'm going to bed.
You won't be all right, Biff.
I hate this city, and I'll stay here. Now what do you want?
He's dying, Biff.